Good morning, students. Today I am going to demonstrate you the mechanism, that is right occipital posterior. The first thing is how to hold the baby. So while you are going to demonstrate left or right occipital posterior, you have to hold the baby in your left hand, so that you have to keep the baby on the floor. Then you have to bend the legs. Then both hands should be hold like this. Then you have to hold in your left hand. This is held by thumb and two fingers. Then hold your head. So this is the position of baby in the right occipital posterior. So baby will be in the right occipital posterior. The possible findings are: lie is longitudinal, attitude of the head is deflex. You can see from this is deflex, and the position is vertex presentation, because the head is the presenting part. That's why this vertex presentation. The position is right occipital posterior. This is our side, right side. The baby is lying on the right side. That's why it is right occipital posterior. This is the posterior side. Then the presenting part is the middle or anterior area of the left parietal bone. This is the parietal bone. So you can see this. This is the left parietal bone. Then the occipital frontal diameter. This is the occipital frontal diameter, that is 11.5 centimeter. Lies in the right oblique. This is your right side. So your right oblique diameter. This is the occipital frontal diameter of 11.5 centimeter. Lies in the right oblique diameter of the pelvis. Then the occiput points to the, this is occiput. You can see this is occiput point to the sacroiliac joint. This is sacroiliac joint. So the occiput points to the sacroiliac joint. The sinciput point to opposite, that is the left. This is the left side. So left iliopectineal area. So this is the right occipital posterior position. We can see the possible movements. First is the engagement. Engagement take place in the right oblique diameter of the pelvis. You can see this. This is the right oblique diameter of the pelvis. The transverse diameter is biparietal diameter. You can see this is the biparietal diameter, is the transverse diameter. So when the baby, if you hold properly, you can see this. The biparietal diameter is in the transverse diameter. Then the anterior posterior diameter is either suboccipital frontal or occipital frontal or suboccipital frontal. That is, occipital frontal is 11.5 centimeter and suboccipital frontal is 10 centimeter. So this is the engagement. Next is the flexion. So you can see through the flexion. So you can hold this, like, and you can flex properly. So it is the occiput is the leading part. So the descent occurs with the increased flexion, and occiput becomes the leading part. So now you can see this is the occiput is the leading part. Then next is the internal rotation. So when occiput touches the pelvic floor first, it rotates anteriorly. So it is rotate anteriorly at 3/8 of the circle. From here to here it will come. So that is 3/8 of the circle to comes under the symphysis pubis. Okay, you can see through the right side. It is rotating through the right side to comes under the symphysis pubis. Under the symphysis pubis. So now shoulder is in the left oblique diameter. So shoulder also rotate from left to the right oblique diameter. So that is 2/8 of the circle. The shoulder rotate from left oblique to the right oblique. Now you can see it is in the right oblique diameter. It rotate through the left side to comes to the right side. Now it is in the right oblique diameter. Okay. Now you can see the crowning. The occiput impinges under the beneath the symphysis pubis, and crowning occurs when the head is no longer reaches between the contraction and the widest diameter, that is biparietal diameter, is born by the movement of extension. The sinciput face, you can see the sinciput face and chin sees through the perineum. By the movement of extension, head is born. Now we have to and make the untwisting. Now it is the untwisting movement. So we have to make the untwisting. What we have to do? That is restitution. The occiput turns 1/8 of the circle, that is 45 degree to the right, and the head realigns itself with the shoulder. Now the alignment is right. Okay, shoulders. Then next is the internal rotation of the shoulders and the external rotation of the head. The shoulder enter the pelvis with the bisacromial diameter. This is the bisacromial diameter that is enter to the pelvis with the right oblique diameter. This is our right side. So this is the right oblique diameter. It is enter to the pelvis. Then when shoulder reaches the touches the pelvic floor, the anterior shoulder rotates, that is pelvic floor first, and rotate forward 1/8 of the circle to comes under the symphysis. Same time, external rotation of the head also take place again to the right side. So head again rotated to the right side. The same time the shoulder also rotated to the right side. So now the anterior shoulder escape under the symphysis pubis, and the posterior shoulder sweeps through the perineum, and through the lateral flexion whole body is delivered, and the baby should be kept to the mother's abdomen. Thank you.